Hello everyone, this is the video for Microsoft PowerPoint Office 2003. One of the users on YouTube had made the recommendation, so thanks to you. I think HD the superstar. For some reason I had forgotten about PowerPoint as I had moved on to Office 2007 and 2010, so this will complete the 2003 with I already have Word, Excel and Access now, which I added last month. So let's get to PowerPoint. Most of you must be aware of it as to what PowerPoint does. It's good for presentations and things like that. So let's try to get all the important bits of PowerPoint in maybe 30 minutes. So here it goes. So the first thing we just need to know the toolbars, the menu system, File, Edit, View. We'll go through many of these buttons today. And then we have these toolbars and below the menu system, which if you found that some of these are missing, I think this one, if I remember correctly, it's been a while, this one is called the standard toolbar, and this one here is called the formatting because it has the formatting option. And if you look on the bottom, there's the drawing options. So if you ever wanted, you could even drag it and move it up to wherever you want it. You can have it right here rather than on the bottom. And on the left hand side here is called the outlining toolbar, which is all the way to the left. And if you ever found that any one of them are missing, you can go into View, Toolbars, and then make sure that they have a check mark next to them. So the outlining, if I press it, the thing on the left is gone. View, Toolbars, and then back to outlining. Okay. So most probably when you open your PowerPoint, this is the way it opens. In PowerPoint we have slides where you can put important points. Now the thing to remember when it comes to PowerPoint is that, especially if you're doing for work or for a college or school project, you don't want to put too much information on it. You only want to put enough information that will act as a reminder for you, so that you can then elaborate on the topic. Because if you try to put too much information on your slide, people will try to read the slide rather than listening to you, and the whole point of the presentation is that you need to speak and they need to listen to you as you present the topics. And the slides act as a reminder for you as to how do you need to progress from one slide to the other. So let's get going. So this is my first slide. I can click here and say I want to make a resume for Amir's resume, or Amir's portfolio. And my name, and then if I wanted, I could put some of my designations or whatever you felt like. I'm just going to make stuff up, some of it, but I haven't updated it, but I'm a Microsoft Certified Professional, and I used to be a Cisco Certified Network Associate too, which I haven't done anything with. So this is my first slide. Now before we go ahead, it's always a good thing to save your work, so I can click on File and hit Save, or you can click on the Save button here, and it will come up to you and say where do you want to save it. So I'll just save it to desktop. And it's always good to create a folder for it. So I've got this folder called PowerPoint PP files, PowerPoint files. If you didn't have it, it's always a good thing to create a folder. So always be in a habit of creating folders and putting files in the folder. So when you click it, it will ask you a question, what is the name? Okay, so I'll just click it and call it PowerPoint. Click OK, and it's saving it in that folder. And that's the name of the file. Always something good, so you know what it is, and I can hit save. Now the file is created. I can see the name on the top. Now the second thing you need to understand is how do I add more slides. So this is my first slide and I want to add some more slides. So I click on, there are two ways. One is this new slide button here, or you can go to Insert New Slide. You click it and you get this window on the right hand side where you can choose different layout. By default it tries to put this title and one column. So on the bottom there is one column layout, but you could click on the two column layouts. So now there's the two columns, and there are some more that you can choose from. So if I wanted to put a picture on the right and a clip art here, I can choose that, or one with the chart, you can do that. And we'll look at these things, something with the movies and stuff. So for now we'll go with this one. And I'll just put a title here, and I'll just say summary, and then I can start typing things. So I'll just say and then under this main summary I want to put a sub point. Okay, and this will be summary B, subpoint B.1, and subpoint B.2. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to put these subpoints indented. So if I click here and I hit the tab key on the keyboard, they will get indented because it's a subpoint. I'll click in front of the second one and hit tab, and here too I can hit tab. Now if I hit tab one more point, it becomes a subpoint below a subpoint. You want to bring it back, you press shift and tab. So you can use that, and if I click here, hit enter, and it's going as a sub point. But if I want to move it back to the main point, I can press shift and tab, and now I can type, and then I can keep on typing as much as I want. And you can always rearrange stuff. Now also there's another shortcut if you wanted to use to move these things around. If you look on the outlining toolbar, there is these two buttons on the top. The first one's called promote and the bottom one's called demote. So my cursor is here, and if I hit the button promote, promote means become a little bit more important, and I can use the demote to reduce it. The same way I can click here and I can use the demote button, and you see it becomes a sub point, and I can promote it. And below there are these two buttons that you can use to move things up and down. So I can move this back up, and so now point 2 is about. I can hit one more, and now it's moved up with the point A summary. So it's a nice little feature. You can move it back down. Okay, so it's a nice way to go around doing a few things, and I'll talk about some more buttons as we go forward. So that's why it's called the outlining toolbar. In fact, they've kind of got rid of this in 2007 and 2010. I believe you have to right click to get some of those features. Excuse me. So the first slide was the portfolio slide that you can always go back and change stuff, and we can click here. So you see your slides here, and you can also just look at your outline. So this is called the outline view, and this is called the slide view. And even in the outline view, I can click here and I can use the promote and move up button and move down buttons. So you can do that, and we'll just go back to the slides view. Let's add some more slides. I can click on new slide, and it's added one, and you may get a window. I don't remember if you used to get a window on the top. If you do, then you can pick the slides from it. Now for this one, let's go for a 2-column. So I have a 2-column slide, and I can just say computer skills, and now I can type things like Windows XP 98, Windows 2000, Windows 7, or Vista, Windows 7, and Windows 8. And I can make these all tabs so that they all become subpoints. And I can type things on this side. I can say Microsoft Office 2003, 2007, 2010, and now there is 2013. The good thing is if you know 2007, you pretty much know 2010, and then you also know 2013, and I've got videos for both. They did make a little bit change when they moved from 2007 to even 2010 in PowerPoint. So you may want to watch my video if you wanted to. And I can even add more stuff if I wanted to. Okay. Let's add another new slide. And this time we'll try to use something with a clip art or a picture. So we'll go with this layout. and I'll double click on it, and it comes up with this, the cartoon type characters, and I can pick one, click OK, and there it is. And I can just type a title and put anything there. And when you click on it, you get this toolbar that you can use to brightness, contrast, and things like that. And you can make changes to it and colors and stuff. Click away so that thing goes away. Let's add another new slide, and let's do one with a chart. Let's do the organization chart. Double click on it, and I can create this hierarchy chart. Click OK, and I can start adding things in here. CEO. This will be Senior VP Marketing, VP Sales, Senior VP Engineering. And if I wanted to add some more people underneath them, I can right click on it and I can add stuff. So I can add a assistant. So wherever I want it, I can right click and add the stuff. And there's some more things here if you wanted to look at the layouts and different types of shapes and stuff. So wherever you wanted it, you can right click and add something. If I can right click, I can even add, oops, I haven't right clicked properly. Right click and I can add a coworker. So now it's added a fourth one in line with the CEO. So that's all you have to do. You just have to keep on adding new slides, and then you can pick the design layout from the side. Whichever you want, you can get it. I just want to maybe do one with where you'll be able to, let's do one with a chart. I can double click on it and it opens up something like Excel, and you can change this first quarter to Jan, Feb, March, April, and you can change the numbers or whatever you want. You can close it, and I can just put a chart title on the top. You can put a text here. Now if I change my mind and I thought, you know what, I want this double column to be single column, so that can be done. You can go into slideshow, is it? It's been a while since I used this. Format, slide layout. So under format there is slide layout, and I can now choose the layout from here, and I can say, move the layout to single column, title and a text. And I just have to make this a little bigger. Okay, I think it didn't change it properly. I think I had done the wrong thing, so I just hit undo. If you remember, the undo button is a lifesaver. And instead of choosing this one, I just need to choose, if I scroll down, this one. So now I just have the title in the chart, so that I don't have the other things. And I can extend it if I want. And the same way we can have new design, new slide, and choose something where I can add a picture on the side. So let's see if I can find that one. So there's also an option to add a movie and stuff like that. You can play around with that. Where is one? Alright, so I'll go ahead and pick this one again. And say up here I want to, I need to new design, new slide again, and then choose the one where I can have a picture on the side. And I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go to insert picture from file, and I've got some pictures here. I'll take the penguins, and there it is, put in place. So if I wanted, I can put a title there. and you can always go back and delete it if you wanted to. So we've got quite a few slides in here now, and now just let's playing around with PowerPoint. It's one of the most fun program you can have. A lot of the features of Word apply when you can highlight things and make it bold and size and things like that. I'm not going to concern myself too much with these things. If you look on the bottom, left hand bottom, there is the normal view, which is the view we are looking at. There is the slide sorter view. This is the slide sorter. I can see all my slides, and say I wanted to move this penguin to the third slide. I can left click and hold it, drag it, and I got that line. You can drop it, so it's moved. I can move the chart in front of the penguin. I can move the chart back down, and you can click here, hit the delete button on the keyboard to delete something. You can right click and you can choose delete. And if I click on the first slide and I hit this button which stands for slideshow, it will go into the slideshow mode. Or you can go to slideshow, view show. When you go here, it will always start from the first slide. If you use that button, it will start. If I'm on the third slide, it will start the slideshow from the third slide. You can hit escape at any time to stop it. So that's the difference between using the slideshow view show. Starts from the bottom. You can hit escape to stop it. I can come back to normal. And if you look on the bottom, I'm just going to move this up a little. There's this section called click to add notes. So I can click here and I can type notes here. So this is a handy place, like if you wanted to leave notes for yourself, like what to talk on this slide. And you can also, if you were collaborating with people, everybody can put in their thoughts, so you can have it. And if you wanted, you can actually put more details there that you can actually print and give it to people. That will be part of your presentation. So that's a good place to put your notes. You can also go from view, normal, slide sorter, slideshow. You can also look at the notes page. There's the notes. I can come back to view, normal. Okay, so we talked about adding slides, putting pictures, clip arts, charts, and organization charts also. And with different layouts, you change your mind. You can click on a slide, go to format, slide layout, and then you can change it to a double column, or I can change it back to single column. So let's now add some color. So to add color, I can use the design button here, or I can go to format, slide design, and I get this option on the right hand side, and I can pick on any one of them. And you see all the slides have changed if you look on the left. And you can choose any colors you want. You can take a pick. So you can change things up here. And there are some more options like color schemes. If you wanted to look into it, you can look into it more. Now if I wanted to say I didn't like the background, or say if I'll switch to a solid color, this one, and it's like, I need to change some of the background stuff, so I can go to format, background, and I can change the color of the background. I can choose any color I want from here. I can hit apply. It will only apply to this slide. So if I hit apply, you see only this slide has changed. I can hit undo. If I go to format, background, and if I choose a color and if I apply to all, it will change all the slides. That's the difference. And there's some more option here, like more colors to pick from, or you can go to fill effects, where you can choose certain mix colors up, radiancy and things like that, and vertical styles. There is option for textures, that if you wanted to, patterns, picture. If you had a picture, I can insert the picture up here. So I'll click here and I'll take, say, this one. Click OK, and I can apply to all. Now the background has changed. So you can apply to one slide or you can apply to all the slides, and that stuff is still staying on it. So different designs will give you different options. Then you can change your mind and click on anything and it will start to change again. So this is format background, and before that format slide design. Okay. And when you start your slideshow, you click, it will change your slide. You can use the down arrow and it will change your slide. You can hit enter, it will change your slide, or page up and page down button, and you can hit escape to stop at any time that you want it. And there is one more button I wanted to talk about, the outlining toolbar, and that will finish that option. Is when I go to outline and I can click here and I can say edit, select all, and then I tell it to create a summary slide. And you see it creates a slide with all the headings in it from the headings of the slides that I've created. So it's a nice little feature. And then I can go to slide sorter and I can drag that to the end if I wanted to summarize all the stuff that I've talked about. So this way you can get it done faster. So all you have to do is go to outline, edit, select all, and then use the summary slide button. Go back to slide.